Hello, guys and girls, and welcome back here to another market update. Today, I'm not going through a normal market update. I'm only getting through a review of the market, an actual weekly analysis that I post on Twitter, and nothing. I'm here to show you the progress I'm making also to my site here. This is my bio, this is me, and I'm actually having problem with the widgets right here with Trustpilot, but I'm making sure with the team there that they fix it. I'm actually going to place some products in my products of what I do on the Discord. Here are the pricing. I'm going to work on this page too. You can buy the subscription on PayPal, actually. Uh, I'm going to make everything possible to make you know how to enter my services, how to use it, and everything else. And also, we are going to make courses. These are just some kind of courses. Buying one, you will have 3 month access to my Discord. Actually, for any contact, I have more of these links in my description of this video. And nothing. I'm trying to implement feedback too because it's important to me to know if you are actually if you are actually what you actually think. Okay, let's get on with the on-chain analysis. So where I will repeat myself on what I just wrote, and nothing. I'm going through all the facts here. So this on-chain analysis is sixth I'm doing. I called it long and short squeeze. And in this analysis, we'll explain here, in this case, what happened since last week and cover some metrics about Bitcoin. And we'll start from TA perspective, going into on-chain plus a macro view. So, first of all, if you want to have a deeper insight in what happened last week, I have more on Twitter. Here, you go through my profile. This analysis pinned. So in the second here, second tweet that I had that I did on Twitter, you can check my last analysis. So I'm not going through that here now. First things first, I'm checking the actual long-term state of the market. As you see, we're tested as support the major psychological level at 30k, but we are testing it. We are testing it a second time after some derivatives market-based movements. More in a moment. As you see here, we tested and retested it. I'm getting this through real quick. So this is significant though, because we are still holding the line on this major support since the Luna capitulation event more than 3 weeks ago. Demand is here. If we capitulate more demand will show up to cover the losses. We're still holding this line 3 weeks, getting up or down, up and down. We never really lost that line of support. Now let's focus on the short-term price action. I made also another analysis here last week on this short-term price action, where we broke the 26 SMA and we were added to the 50, but we didn't get there because this is a short-term trend change, and we could have managed to get to 34k, but we didn't because we had another capitulation, another downturn next, so this ain't happened. There are still a lot of resistance ahead. In fact, I said so. Take care, take profit if you need to, because we are still in bear market and macroeconomic condition didn't get better. This was what I talked about, and in this week now I'm talking about what the price action is now. So in this case, as you see here, we actually retested the resistance as resistance, the 26 orange here SMA at 31K, and broke the 12 and 7, the yellow and the red lines here below at 30K. So we are now stuck in a short-term price action limbo of uncertainty, and the short terms, or these two lines here, the 7 and 12, is the real short term price action is still bearish. Short term trend is still bearish, unless we can manage to push here to the 50 EMA at 33K now to change a little bit the short term trend. As always, a little update from the liquidation here, coming from derivatives market, still on an all-time high in BTC terms due to the two approved ETF from the SEC. Yeah, yesterday we had a short squeeze of 48.24 million. Meanwhile, today we had a long squeeze of 33.56 million. As you see, we are still in an all-time high in open interest BTC terms. So this is my 200 ratio, but as you see, less and less millions of loss are needed to move the price. Symptom of a lack of liquidity in a spot market. I'm referring still to this kind of event here that we here experience a huge movement, huge losses, but still the price were more or less the same as it is now, with less and less losses on chain from the derivatives markets. But this is my 200 ratio. This is a metric I personally developed to understand. Actually, I talked about it in another thread. This metric I actually developed is made by other simple data, with the idea that simpler is better and that removing noise equal better long-term assessment. I made this metric with the purpose of having a bear market indicator for my analysis. Anyway, I'm not going here to everything I wrote. If you want to have a more in-depth, you can go on Twitter and read by yourself. This is so. What about this metric right here? This metric that is low and accurate and reflects as good as possible the bear market, deriving real chart related data. From this chart, we are still trending higher. Symptoms here. That is a symptom of a bear market behavior. Like you see, every time we get in bear market, we were above this red line. Meanwhile, every time we got below, we were in an actual bull market. We can affirm that a long-term DCA aggressive strategy still is the best option. Obviously, it's not financial advice, as you see here. It's just my personal expressing my views. I'm expressing my views here. I will give you a little follow-up on my newly developed metric for swing trading, capable of spotting macro tops and bottoms. Actually, this is another metric I made. I personally developed. I called it 200 MU because it was fun. Actually, I should have called it 200 but MU um, was just funnier. Actually, if you want to know more, there is all the threads in the threads that talks about all this metric. In this case, 200 million momentum is an insane oscillator metric that I developed with the goal of making a reliable indicator that could help me spot macro tops and bottoms. And I have all this chart. I have 15 tweets here, just to make you know what it means. And so the investor tool that actually signaling a bottom and a good area to start buying in. My 200 MU, this here, is actually telling us that the price is less undervalued. and now than it was at the time of the Luna debacle. And why? Because periods of undervaluation lessen the mean value of an asset until the median price reach an equilibrium. Actually, if you think about that, it makes sense, no? And taking this in consideration, we could assess that the more the price will stay in this long range it has been into since 3 to 4 weeks now, the more and more probabilities we are going to have to experience a bounce and, so to speak, a relief rally. This means this metric agrees. These metrics agree with each other anyway. My developed 200 ratio and 200 MU with the investor tool and the price chart above agree on the fact that this is a good buy zone. We are still in a wonderful macro area to start a very aggressive TCA, still not financial advice, obviously. For more accurate short and long-term price analysis, you have um, my deep dive teaser, or in that that I made every day. Every day I go through on chain and technical analysis, and still I'm not talking too much about macro because uh, I I I don't have any request about that. But if you want, I will talk about that too in maybe tomorrow. I will make a well, this is on my Discord anyway, not here on Twitter, not here on YouTube. So if you want more, you have to get there. And Nupal still getting in and out of optimism, anxiety zone. So there's still hope for the price to gain a little more in terms of price appreciation. But do care, because we never really approached the capitulation area. That is historically the best time to buy for this metric. This this kind of writings I will repeat next time if nothing changed, or I will adapt if something changed, obviously. Supply and profit didn't bottom, and the same arguments above can be made for this metric too, now at 61.56% again from last week's 61.8%. As you see here, we touched in last week, we got below again, and then we got up again too. So let's keep on here. There's more about this metric too, but you have watched also, if you follow me on YouTube. This is my study case of supply in profit, if it bottomed or not, if it will bottom or not. ASOPR is consistently less than 1 actually in all this price action right here. And so from at least from January to May, June, we are in now. And actually is confirming an overall sell in loss in this macro area. And this is long-term bullish for my personal view. I'm saying this is long-term bullish because the more we experience losses on chain, the more rises the probability that we are going to experience a relief rally when still pressure will be exhausted. Actually, if you think about that, it makes sense this too, no? As always, we watch at realized price. I won't repeat myself on too much because nothing changed since last week. What is realized price? Well, you can watch it on Twitter. You can go there and see. Uh, but basically, this metric shows the mean price at which every single coin was purchased in the market. Very simple and powerful, in my opinion. And now it's sitting at 23,583.5K. So these are the most important metrics and things, in my opinion, to monitor in the coming weeks. But this is only from a pure data standpoint. If we are going to know if the market is ready to move into the next bull, we should carefully watch macro environment first. Speaking about macro, for more important dates to come, this or next week, I have this thread right here, this tweet right here. I've made this Important dates: 9th of June, ECB rate hikes decision for Europe, when and how much. The 10th, CPI numbers, if more than expected, Fed still hawkish, rates keep 50 bps. Conversely, lot less, dovish Fed, relief rally, it's a question mark. 15th, FOMC meeting, planning ahead for hikes, QT, and macro landscape. This is all we are watching now as important dates for this and the next week. And I released also 2 weeks ago a long thread on macroeconomics and on macroeconomics factors into the that will have an impact into the market. You can watch there on Twitter. Even if quantitative tightening already started in in the next weeks, if the next CPI QT already, even if QT already started in the next weeks, if the even if QT already started in the next weeks, if the next CPI print will be far less than expected, we may see a shift in the current manner on which the Fed spokesperson will talk about monetary policies. A dovish talk could bust with a relief rally, eyes on the price. So, this is everything for today here. And I think I gave you the whole insight. If you want more about the market, if you want to know more about on-chain, technical analysis, macro views, and everything else, I'll give you 30, 40 minutes video every day to my Discord Premium members. And also I give fundamental analysis, technical analysis. I share all my alpha, all my resources, all the news that are important for me. And I have a chat for premium members to talk about everything they want to each other and to me as well. As soon as I can, I will respond to anyone. And nothing. If you want to know more, this is that was the link, the chainlog.info, and this is it. Actually, if you want to know more, you know now where to go. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and follow me in every wherever you want. I have all my links into description for my socials and products, and we'll see you next time. Bye.